Hello and welcome back to Coin Lady channel, where we update you regularly on the latest in the world of cryptocurrencies. We'll be covering XRP, Ripple, and the rest of the financial and cryptocurrency landscape today. Let's jump right in and begin. Then, let's start with this internet joke. Therefore, we anticipate Bitcoin will hit $15,000 in November 2022 and then fully crash within minutes. We saw other banks fail by a factor of 99.30 in April of 2023, an 80% increase from current prices. Remember, that is also very true. Keep in mind, though, that it has been nothing short of miraculous to watch the Bitcoin market recover the way it has. In the past year, the cryptocurrency business has seen the largest fraud in recent history due to the collapse of a regional banking system, the largest bear market in history, $2 trillion in lawsuits and regulatory cases, and multiple bankruptcies of crypto lenders. But Bitcoin's value has increased by 80% this year, reaching $30,000 recently. When you include in your own accountability, the market proves to be very robust. Consider XRP immediately. 2 years ago, there was a lot of litigation and delistings. Even after our massive food-themed Twitter and YouTube efforts, XRP maintained a top 10 position. When there is real value at stake and when there are efficiencies that could create a dramatic shift, this market will be able to withstand them. Keep in mind that we've just scratched the surface. That's what I've said previously. My thinking on cryptocurrencies has always been that they present a tremendous opportunity given the current situation of the global banking system. I think it's likely that gold and silver will also gain popularity. In fact, I tweeted about it back in March. Kevin Cage also contributed an article that was published in March. Think about the next 12 months and how this story will progress. When other major financial institutions failed, those who still had money rushed into cryptocurrency. Mario Naval volunteered this information. I'm sorry to break it to you, but Silicon Valley Bank and the other 187 banks on Twitter face the same dangers. Keep in mind, what do you think will happen when we observe these banks holding the same risk as before? Remember too that the FD can't possibly insure every single person. Therefore, think on the results. Keep in mind that just 4% of people around the world are using digital wallets at this time. That matches the year 1998 exactly. As it relates to surfing the web, I think the current state of macroeconomics and finance will not only hasten but also generate a major push towards people adopting cryptocurrencies. Keep in mind that the vast majority of people do not even understand what Bitcoin is, let alone own a digital wallet. What do you think is going to happen? In addition, there is something else I feel is crucial to this discussion. It's not just banks that are in trouble. The CBDC acronym applies to this location. True Wall Street wisdom is cited by Peter. There has been no mention of the growing movement to demonize cash outside of the CDC or criticism of the CDC in this article. There will be a gradual decrease in the maximum cash amount that can be used during transactions. Please read this carefully. If the total cost of your purchase is more than €1,000, you cannot pay cash in Europe. Doing so puts you in the grey market, where you run the danger of being fined or even arrested if you are discovered. Using your own money can get you arrested if the authorities don't have jurisdiction. That's en route already. Tulsi Gabbard has said she doesn't agree with it. She joins us from Hawaii after a successful run for president. Congressman, we appreciate your time and effort in coming today. Even if you believe this dismal future may exist, just thinking about it makes you sick to your stomach. As a matter of fact, this is just the latest recent attempt by those in power in our country to limit and restrict our freedoms. This digital currency issued by the central bank covers themes such as government sanctions, oversight, and control. It has to do with their ability to monitor our purchases of anything from chewing gum to automobiles. Where does that bring us? If they can access all the data and information in this system, then what could they do with it? It gives them the freedom to determine whether or not they want to allow a given purchase. Alternatively, we may determine that a complete freeze of your account is warranted in light of the authority they enjoy and the potential damage they could cause. You're probably aware by now that Elizabeth Warren and other Democrats in Congress are pushing for credit card companies to monitor and categorize all gun purchases. Why? in order for these private businesses to later assert that the customer is spending too much money on goods they deem to be of questionable quality. However, they will then report that to law enforcement as suspicious behavior, at which point they will likely expect law enforcement to intervene and investigate the purchases, regardless of whether or not they were legal, by an individual for their own use. How you introduce something matters greatly. If we allow another else power over our money, we're effectively giving up our independence in other areas as well. That's why we don't have it anymore. Is it your impression that most people understand what this signifies? It will be framed as an initiative to fight terrorism, foreign financing, witchcraft, criminality, and so on. But do individuals actually understand what might happen intuitively? In my opinion, they do not. It's logical, too, because the government, if you believe what they say, will tell you it's for your own good, just like they've said it about the Patriot Act and the Restrict Act, when in reality they are consolidating power, stripping us of our liberties, and undermining the Constitution. They're doing this to make it easier for you to complete financial transactions. They aim to rule the masses, thus gaining power over us is a top priority for them. We appreciate you inviting Tulsi Gabbard to speak with us tonight. You put it perfectly, and in fact, this is happening right now. They are limiting your discretionary spending. You're the main attraction, and they are keeping tabs on all of your financial dealings. They forbid the purchase of firearms, ammunition, and related products. There is a serious issue here. Keep in mind that everyone in the cryptocurrency industry thinks that everyone else knows everything, just as everyone thinks that everyone knows about CBDCs, which are only just now receiving a lot of attention from the mainstream media. As a result, many people, if not the entire world, will be shocked to realize what is happening. The vast majority of people, 96% to be exact, do not even know what digital wallets are. I would venture to say that an even larger percentage of the population is in the dark about CBDCs. Maybe they don't know what CBDCs are, and that's why this is happening. It's also quite terrifying. That's terrible. This should send you running for the French border. France, by the way, has also played a significant role. In France, it is presently illegal to pay with cash for more than €1,000. You don't have to take more than 50 coins at once even if you want to. This limit does not apply to cash payments, as can be seen at any treasury counter. For tax purposes, contributions made to French residents cannot exceed €1,000 in cash or €300 in the United States as of January 1. Think about that. Look at the absurdity of the situation. The situation is dire, and it's only going to get worse from here on out. Its expansion is infinite. I'm not political at all, but I will say that I anticipate this happening in the United States. This, I think, is his core argument. And why would you do such a thing, anyway? We can probably blame the BRICS for it. I've already said the BRICS initiatives are likely to reduce the United States' pressure on the CDC. I anticipate that they will use this as justification for lobbying for a CDC. And as I've said before and will repeat again, it all makes sense when you take a good, hard look at the world as it is right now. Instead of just saying, hey, look, everybody's pushing back into the US dollar, we're seeing a major pushback against the dollar, which gives them more reason to worry that we might lose our place as the world's reserve currency. How therefore should we protect the US dollar? CDC, they go so far as to say that if the US had its own CDC, the dollar would once again be the global reserve currency. It would be foolish to promote CDC in such a way. They've exhausted all plausible justifications and examples. Also, remember that China has always been a technological leader. Everybody still thinks China is solidly on our side. Take a look at the calendar all the way through 2018. Think about it. Here are a time series of the trading market from 1980 to 2018. The United States and China were each other's most important trading partners. Consider China's rise to global leadership. Look back to 1980, though, when the United States was unrivaled. This is no longer the situation, and changing it will take some time. No, this has been going on for a very, very long time, and it's only going to get worse and spread more quickly as a result of what the United States has been doing. The branch just met with China, and Johnny Dean proved that China has been playing the long game for the past 2 decades. After Saudi Arabia announced it would no longer accommodate the United States, the narrative of decreasing reliance on the United States gained immediate traction. The value of the US dollar is falling, and it's falling fast, after Japan recently violated Western sanctions. You have to get the story that's going on. There is more going on than what the BRICS countries are doing, as I have stressed many times before. There's more to it than just resisting the US dollar. All of these will add fuel to the fire that CBDCs are rapidly becoming the focus of interest. CDC. CDC. To the CDC. Eventually, they'll do it again. They feel more independent and in control with the CBC, thus that's why they like it. Therefore, it is quite advantageous to have access to decentralized digital currencies. The folks who are left behind, the ones who refuse to accept cryptocurrency and genuine metals like gold and silver, are the ones who will be the most taken aback because they weren't paying attention. If they are not open to hearing about a CBDC, you should move on to another person. They have no concept of the CBDC. So then, what is it? Try talking to someone about cryptocurrencies and providing them with an XRP use case. Most people don't even realize it. The BRICS are growing rapidly at the moment. The G7's percentage of global GDP has fallen from 42% in 1982 to 13% in 2022, while the BRICS share has increased from 12%. The BRICS group, which consists of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, saw its representation increase from 10% to 31%. The United States will soon decide that domestic CBDC infrastructure is mandatory. The aim would be to make it seem like we're in a transitional period. It's not a recession, but I believe they're trying to drive the system to its knees. Certainly not a depression. Let's all pull together to make this big change happen, because it's going to happen whether we like it or not. Due to our current temporary situation, physical currency is obsolete at this time. They plan to eliminate cash and completely revamp the economy so that digital technology takes precedence over physical currency. Already, they are working to ban actual money. As this economic development continues to unfold, what we've seen over the previous few years has been perfect for this purpose. The epidemic was their starting point. You do know that, yes, actual paper money is a hygienic nightmare. It should not be handled in any way. Replace paper money with digital means. Cash transactions suddenly drop dramatically. Well, that's a fantastic tale to spread word of CBDCs and everything else happening currently, right down to the currency war. It's very much like a currency war. They'll say we need a CDC to keep our reserve status and continued domination. It's just complete nonsense. Nothing makes any sense at all. I hope you all see the light before it's too late and realize that the CBDCs aren't working for us. Many advocates of cryptocurrencies and CBDCs seem convinced that their tokens will be put to numerous uses. Just as we said yesterday, the Fed is providing the backbone for its plan to bring the banking system crashing down. Also, the banking system will be completely destroyed by the Fed since they don't have enough money to settle payments around the clock, every day of the year. This new system will be implemented soon. And since they went so far as to make that claim in USD BTC, they want to launch a full-scale assault against cryptocurrency. Stablecoins and other cryptocurrencies are now obsolete. The fact that the true cause of everything has been known for such a long time adds even more absurdity. But as we investigate cryptocurrencies, I can already assure you that it will be an excellent protection against future uncertainties. Because of human beings. Those still out there who have access to currency and financial institutions will be completely taken aback by what is coming. And I think it's critical that people understand the importance of having gold, silver, and cryptocurrency in their possession. This is the next step, and it is a terrifying one. A lot of the disturbing developments in the realm of CBDCs may be traced back to an insatiable lust for power. All of this is just a game of strength. It's all over today. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.